Hey, good morning. Well, it's late morning. I think it's 11:15 or so. This is Kevin. I'm just going to do a little garden tour log for today. It's July 3rd, 2024. And I'm gardening zone 4B, or actually, I think they say it's 5A now, but I still stay with 4B. It's in central Wisconsin area, and I'm just going to do a run around on the areas I have. So we're back on the west side of the yard, underneath the power lines, and I have an area of wildflowers, or so I say. It's mostly Coreospis and some Rudbeckia blooming, or Gloriosa daisy, as it may otherwise be called. The Sweet William is dying out. The lupines have been gone for a while now, but that's what I have right now. And I don't know if I don't see much for Rudbeckia in there. I ran the irrigation through here. I got some sprinklers set up around the outsides here, so things will be changing in there. I'll be able to plant more stuff in there. So we'll walk up towards heads towards the east part of the garden. Since I got irrigation in here now, I'm going to pull out this orange hose, the 3/4 hose that I was using the water with previously, and I got some blue lock pipe, I guess you want to call it, and I'm going to bury that at the end of the season when everything is over and done with. I got some Rudbeckia plants in here, mostly Indian summer in the background, and then some patches of different varieties up front. I believe this one here is Prairie Sun, and there's Cherokee Sunset and Sahara and Chimney and some other ones. They suffered some aphid damage. They get attacked by aphids. A lot of plants died off, but I had sprayed them with, I went and sprayed everything with neem oil. I tried to stop it in between all these rainstorms. On this side I got some different Coreospis plants are blooming, and I don't know the variety names of this one here, but it's got dainty red flowers, and then this one, well, I don't remember any of the names of this stuff. And then I planted some blackberries here, and I'm hoping that they'll take off. We'll see how it does. So we'll keep moving on. I've got some Roundup. I'm going to spray the sidewalk, get rid of everything on the sidewalk, so it'll clean it up and make it look a little better before the crabgrass tree takes over. So we'll walk around and go into the main part of the garden here. In the gate entrance I got some clematis and a couple of hydrangea bushes. This one's doing pretty good, and that one there is still flowering, so it looks pretty good. So walk in here, and I'm just gonna head for the west end of this and see what's going on over here. So over here there's just a few plants I got some extra tomato plants I planted there. I got to put some leaf mulch. That's what I've been doing the last few days, some leaf mulch around these, trying to stop the weeds. So I have some different dahlias here. I believe that's American Gold there. And that one there starts with a Z. I can't remember the name. Bad on names. So then I put some tomato plants in here, or potatoes I should say. Trying a different method of growing them. And then I got some echinacea growing in here. Getting a lot of weeds. So we'll keep working at that. And I have a live trap there that, well, this morning I had a rabbit in there. It's back in there. And I got rid of the rabbit. And there's some more dahlias in here. They're just starting to bloom. They're Cafe Royale. There's some Cafe LA. That sort of stuff. And asparagus is pretty tall. And the black raspberries are starting to take off. I got a problem here too. I got a couple of rose bushes here. I believe they're Gertrude Jekyll or something like that. David Austin roses, climbers. I'm trying to get to take off on this entrance here. And then over on this side I got some couple of cardinal climbers and Joe Galloway, David Austin rose. Trying to, it's supposed to be a 10-foot climber. Hopefully I'll reach all the way up there, but who knows? Let's see what goes on. But over in here, I got, my black raspberries. They're ripening up. And now I have a couple of some catbirds. They're nested inside this raspberry patch. And I don't know how to get them out, but I find out they like the black raspberries. So I don't know how to get rid of them or stop them from doing it. They kind of tease me. They chat at me and go pick one. Say, what you gonna do about it? So, there ain't much I can do right now. I've been working on the leaf mulch, the shredded leaf mulch. Got a lot of it out. I need to get it placed. I need to get this whole bin empty so I have room for the fall when I start picking up leaves. This is our compost bin here. Garden scraps and whatnot goes in there. I have a couple rows of shelling peas here. One row is left. Barb is gonna pick those and shell them and freeze them. Is the plan. And over here I got some a bed of beets. I think it's mostly Detroit and Acer hybrids beets, but it's a pretty good bed. And then next to that I have a bed of parsnips. There's some little ones taking off, and so they're gonna get going, but I'm not sure how big it's gonna get by the time you pull them. You gotta watch out. Trip over the planter. I'll work over here on this side. Well, here's another row of parsnips for us. We're starting to like parsnips. They're pretty good. They go good with roasted veggies. And we have one row of onions. I believe the name is Patterson. They're supposed to be a storage onion. And then we have a big bed of carrots. And mostly they should be storage carrots. We'll dig some to eat, but mostly at late fall we'll pick them. As far as the blueberries, I put up a bird fence to keep the birds out. And then I had to go around and put some mulch along the bottom because those catbirds they figure out how to go underneath the fence. So hopefully that'll stop them. And then here there's some eggplant. The eggplant's starting to look better. They're starting to green up. They like the warm weather. I don't think they like the cool weather. When it gets below 50, they tend to not do so good. Well, peppers too. They like the warmer weather too. You know, they're greening up. I've been putting a lot of leaf mulch here to keep the weeds suppressed, and then I've been staking the peppers with these 4-foot stakes. I believe it's 3/8 inch by 4 feet, common size. I decided to do that instead of a basket because I think I need to walk up and down the rows, and I'm not going to do that if I have a basket going like what I have for the tomatoes. The tomatoes are doing good. I got a lot of leaf mulch down here to keep the weeds suppressed, and then pulled out used to have spinach and what else do we have? Yeah, I can't think of the name, but took the line out of here and moved it to doubled up on the tomatoes on this one here. And I took another drip line off the row of potatoes over there and moved it over here. So there's a double drip line on these ones here, so they're getting twice as much water now. If I need to use it. I believe we had a 1.6 inches yesterday, rain, lots of rain. And these are some painted daisies here. I'm not sure if they're doing what I hope they would do. This is hydrangea bush here. That looks very nice. It'll stay nice for quite a while. It's kind of my work area here. I got a bunch of echinacea showing up. I think it's Cheyenne Spirit, and it's just your regular purple coneflowers, and it looks very busy in there. I need to get in there to clean up the weeds, but I keep putting it off. These plants are doing good. They all reached the top this year, and I believe I have some cardinal climbers on these ropes. I don't know if you can see it very good, but looks like they'll climb the ropes. So the hops plants are kind of taking off everywhere. I need to get in there and trim them up a little bit because they're getting pretty wild, and it doesn't look long. They should be flowering and producing hops. Here I got some asters. That's what it is. Some different colored asters. And there's some Shasta daisies kind of buzzing around here. And some basil here, and I just got a few zinnias down there. They're planted a little late. I should have had them started, potted up before I planted them, but I didn't. I had to plant live seed there. And more blueberries down there. So I got bird fence put up around, and I haven't seen any birds or those catbirds in there yet, but they've been in there a few times already. So I gotta work on that. And the sweet corn is looking a little better. I put some, I cleaned up, pulled the weeds, and side dressed it with some nitrogen, ammonium nitrate, 2300. That's what the bag says, ammonium nitrate. And it seems to work pretty good. And then even for the glads here. These glads are, looks like they're going to bloom before the corn tassels out. And usually it's the corn tassels out before these glads start blooming. But I can see one there already got a sprout sticking up. And garlic, it's on its way being done. Just need to let it dry out before I pull it. But with all this rain, it's going to probably be a while. And this is the hibiscus and some echinacea, cyan spirit, and some lilies there. And then on the back side is Shasta daisies, Alaskan variety. And this one here, well, both of these, this one here and this one here is Midnight Marvel. And that one down there is French Vanilla. It's a big disappointment. It doesn't want to seem to grow very good. It's, from the time I decided I want to plant that, I spent a lot of time with it, and it's not, I don't get the results I'm looking for. So it takes a few years to get over it, plant something different. And then here there's some bunch of Rebecca Indian Summer, and I believe that's Gloriosa Daisy or Autumn Colors or something, it looks like. But they're starting to bloom pretty good. Those come up every year. After, it's been 3 years since I planted something in there. And these ones here, some other hibiscus. Can't spot the name right now, but it'll come to me. And over in here, there's more echinacea, Cheyenne Spirit. A lot of them didn't come up, so I ended up with a big weed patch here. But I did put some cardinal climbers on the fence here, and you can kind of see a little color. So I'll have to wait a little longer to see how much color they put out. Then I have a rose back over here, Rose of Sharon or something like that. I can't seem to. There's kind of what the color is. I was hoping to climb up this fence. Here, it's about 9 feet tall, I believe. We'll have to see. Then over here is my potato patches. The first 4 rows here are Russets, Silvertons. They should be making french fries. I had my bird fence here, and it was a windy day, and once I took the rope off, the wind blew them over and I crashed into the potatoes. So that's kind of the way that goes. So I'm not sure how much damage that is. And then I got a plum tree here with some black raspberries growing in it. And in between the potatoes, I got some canna lilies. They're moving along faster than what the potatoes are. See, back over here in this container, got some Rebecca. This is Amarillo Gold. It didn't seem to fill out very good, but hopefully it will improve. There's some good color there. And then I got some early reds. I've been digging up some. We've been eating some. I come out and dig up a couple of plants every couple of days for dinner. And then on the last row over there is Adirondack Reds. And in this row here is, and part of this row is fingerlings. Those work really good for roasted veggies. Here, I guess, all these lilies are popping up. They look pretty good. And there's some blazing stars with it. They should be blooming too with it, because before I had these blazing stars blooming with lilies. And the blazing stars are pretty much blue, bluish purple. With the yellow, it's a nice color blend. But you never know what you're going to get. So that's kind of it for inside here. The sweet corn will take off, especially if we get some warm weather. It's cold yesterday, so it'll get better. I got some extra onions I still need to plant somewhere. Over near I got some lilies, and I believe there's some different Rebecca and some yellow coneflowers in here. I need to plant a different hydrangea bush here because I cleaned up the old one, and I have two here. I need to find something that's gonna fit that spot. We'll buzz around here for a second. This is I got a bunch of weeds in there. There's a couple of Rebecca and some other stuff coming up, and well, I got to crawl through there and get into those weeds and do something with them. It's kind of last on my list sort of things to do. And over in here at my bat tower, I got 3 shrub roses I'm hoping to make one big bush out of. And they're, I believe the name of the variety is Gertrude Jekyll David Austin rose. This is a shrub variety. The other one over there is a climber. And then the rest of the stuff around here is Coreospis, extra plants I had. Decided to stick them in here for a place to use them up. And this here is some potted peppers. These are some extra plants I had. Mostly they're poblanos here. And this one here is Hungarian Magyar, and another poblano. And then I have a couple of Heliospis, burning stars, burning hearts. It looks like they're not doing so good from all this rain. But I do have a couple planted out in the garden. I didn't really point out that good. So that's kind of it for what's going on around in the garden. Around the deck, this rose is pretty well done. It sends out a flower or so with a new growth every once in a while. And this hydrangea bush is doing all right. I had to cut one side of it off to try to get some light into that rose I'm trying to start down there. And then this clematis is still going strong from last time I filmed 9-10 days ago. So up on here, Barb's got some various house plants. And there's some more Coreospis in here. It's a different variety. I don't know the name right now, but they're starting to bloom. And here's some more painted daisies in a container of geraniums. And then I have another clematis up there. It's still going strong. It's looking good. And there's some different clematises growing there. And this one here already bloomed and gone for the year. So I believe that's pretty much it for this tour. I'll probably ramble on for a little longer than I need to. Get over in the shade here. So that's it for now. We'll see you in a couple weeks or so. Bye.